Envision traveling on a prepare that's speedier than an airplane. Well, usually now not a dream, this has gotten to be a reality. The unused maglev railroad prepare in China has as of late accomplished in crazy speed of 1,000 kilometers/h in its latest test, permitting commuters to travel from Shanghai to Hangzhou in fair 9 minutes. That's a remove traveled through a 150 kilometers long burrow, which is crazy and unheard of. Fair envision being able to travel between all the major cities in your nation in fair beneath 10 minutes. That's what's happening in China right presently. The speed of 1,000 kilometers/a formally makes it the speediest prepare the world has ever seen. But China isn't ceasing there. In truth, China's unused maglev prepare framework will change how we see transportation and set the nation as the pioneer of an unused age within the cutting-edge world of mechanical headways. China has effectively conducted its high-speed flying prepare speed test over a 2 kilometers long test track, which was specially designed to oblige this innovation with extraordinary consideration to detail and exactness to its levelness and geometry. This was fair the primary stage of testing, as China plans to extend the track to a whopping 60 kilometers for its second stage, permitting the prepare to reach the same speed of 1,000 kilometers/h and hold it over a longer period of time and a longer travel separate, which is the greatest challenge when it comes to these sorts of trains. Also, China points to construct another tube with the Hyperloop prepare venture that will interface Beijing and the Wuhan area, which is able essentially quicken travel and transportation within the nation, advertising an indeed speedier elective to discuss travel. To shed a few light on how noteworthy the speed of a 1,000 kilometers/h prepare is, the past holder of the speed record for attractive levitation prepare was the Japanese Shinkansen, which come to a speed of 600 kilometers/h. In differentiate, standard planes travel at a speed of around 900 kilometers/h at cruising speed. At best speed, a Boeing plane voyages at fair over 1,000 kilometers/h. In expansion to its crazy speed, the Chinese breakthrough comes at an unpleasant time for Hyperloop innovation, as the whole industry is encountering ups and downs with the total closing of Virgin Hyperloop as well as its whole workplaces in 2023. Virgin Hyperloop was one of the sector's driving companies, and it worked to commercialize high-speed travel utilizing the Hyperloop concept, but it closed down since of a number of challenges, counting budgetary challenges and tall intrigued rates. Moreover, it was deserted by one of its most vital supporters, Elon Musk. He had abandoned the extend a long time earlier, indeed in spite of the fact that he was at first the primary individual to propose the idea of a whole tube framework in 2013 in which the tubes would hold and move an individual interior at crazy speeds. But no one paid consideration to his thoughts, and he was laughed at. You all snickered at me. Well, I ought to say you're not giggling now, are you? The plan to put through Shanghai and Hangzhou makes it China's to begin with hyperspeed rail, which can totally enhance China's as of now top-tier railroad system. Not as it were that, but it is the longest and biggest full-scale ultra-high-speed low-vacuum tube maglev transportation system under development within the world. Whereas it is still not, however, completely completed, it is inside arm's reach for China to achieve its objective of interfacing its major cities inside the time span of beneath 10 minutes. So how does it actually work? The maglev hyperspeed railroad framework uses magnetic levitation technology nearby low vacuum innovation, which raises the prepare fair 10 centimeters over the track, permitting it to reach crazy speeds. Individuals have raised concerns over the security of such innovation, but opposite to prevalent conviction, a hyperspeed attractive framework is actually much more secure than individuals think. It is much more secure than traditional railroad trains, airplanes, and indeed speedier bullet trains or any other shape of transport. Usually since there is no activity within the way, not indeed on the track, so there's nothing for the prepare to crash into. 2. The prepare has no wheels, which takes absent the risks of malfunctions and for the prepare to hop off its track. Additionally, in an encased tube, even wind speed does not gotten to be a calculate. The track 2 runs in one long straight line from city to city, meaning that there are no turns and turns, which are unsafe for a prepare moving at such high speeds. Attractive systems also have a moo disappointment rate, since there's no contact or pounding of mechanical parts, such as wheels on a track or parts moving the wheels. By and large, it could be a much safer, more steady framework, and it will too have a longer life expectancy than traditional high-speed trains, which makes it cost-effective within the long run. We are able really say with certainty that this will be the future's fundamental form of transportation. As of 2022, China has a railway operating mileage of 155,000 kilometers and a high-speed railroad mileage of 42,000 kilometers. Half of that add up to was completed in the final 5 years alone, and China trusts to twofold the add-up to mileage within the coming a long time. They are as of now positioned number one within the world when it comes to railroad transportation, but that isn't halting them from expanding and improving, indeed more. Since 2017, China has been researching high-speed flying trains and has contributed intensely into this innovation and framework before creating a three-step arrange to execute an unused high-speed railroad framework around the country. The primary step was to realize a speed of 1,000 kilometers/h, and as on the off chance that this wasn't insane sufficient, the moment step is to reach the speed of 2,000 kilometers/h and break the sound obstruction, whereas the third step is to reach a crazy speed of 4,000 kilometers/h. Can people indeed withstand such speeds without any harm to their bodies? China already achieved the first step of its arrange. By the conclusion, their maglev trains will be more than 4 times the speed of a Boeing plane. The high-speed flying prepare speed test line confirmation venture in Datong, Shaanxi, is dependable for testing and reaching those sorts of crazy speeds, and they have been doing a wonderful work in accomplishing the country's goals so far. China is anticipated to have an entire magnetic railway framework by 2035 throughout the entire country. Their past arrange was completed in 2020, which installed high-speed trains around the nation that reach speeds of 370 kilometers/h. But they said that they were planning to pump those numbers up 3 or 4 times. Possibly they're reaching to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket. In spite of the fact that China entered the railroad system race late, they are still the leading nation, and they trust to one day be able to break the speed of sound, which is able truly be a locate to view. They are not that distant off. There are as of now 6 operational maglev trains within the world, 1 in Japan, 2 in South Korea, and 3 in China. But as it were in testing, have they reached the crazy speed of 1,000 kilometers/h? As for why China is building these trains, the benefits of the maglev prepare are that not as it were is it speedier, but it is additionally greatly cost-efficient. The prepare framework can work at exceptionally tall speeds almost without weakening, and thus it gets to be more temperate to function than standardized wheel travel frameworks that require regular seriously upkeep. It'll moreover boost the country's economy and GDP because it improves tourism, exchange, and travel, as well as offer assistance the environment since maglev trains utilize distant less vitality and radiate no poisons. 2. They will offer assistance decrease disgust and street clog as they offer a speedier and cleaner elective to other implies of transportation, such as flying and driving. Presently, in spite of the fact that the maglev prepare is an astonishing piece of innovation and a progressive shape of transportation, it does show a few challenges and mishaps. The greatest issue is keeping up a vacuum over endless separations and over a long period, which is the issue that China is as of now handling and trusting to overcome. The other impediments are China's tremendous estimate, as well as shifting territories and situations, such as the cold districts and the damp, sticky deltas, as it's troublesome to construct long straight tracks when there are mountains, cultivating lands, and oceans within the way. Notwithstanding of these issues, China has been moving at a quickened pace from the very starting, astounding the complete world with its unprecedented development and crazy breakthroughs in innovation and infrastructure. China has set the tone for the better approach of transportation, an unused age of travel where each major city is fair 10 minutes absent and effectively inside your reach. They have set the standard, and surely the rest of the driving nations of the world will take after. That's everything for presently. What do you think approximately the maglev prepare system? Will you be utilizing any of these attractive railroad ventures within the future? Do you think we are going ever be able to attain the speed of sound and one day the speed of light? If you don't mind, let us know what you think within the comments underneath. And on the off chance that you haven't, if you don't mind, subscribe and take off a like for this video. Your bolster makes a difference us proceed our work. Much appreciated once more for your bolster, and I will see you within the another one.